Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dendijas and welcome back to 1 Year 365. Today is day 164 and like 3 days ago or yeah, I guess 3 days ago we talked about how coffee doesn't actually affect me, right? Positively. So by that I mean like when you drink coffee, usually you will gain a little bit of energy, right? And then you will feel less to be feeling sleepy, and you basically got yourself awake, right? The coffee make yourself awake and more energy, right? But the thing is that it doesn't really affect me, and I'm not sure why, right? Um, so yeah, there's that. However, I still got the negative effects. Like for instance, um, I guess this is for everyone as well, right? Like every time you drink coffee, you will always, not really always, I'm pretty sure like most of the time, you will then feel the urge to go to the toilet, right? Just to, like to dump basically, right? And that's because of the coffee effect, right? Basically, it like kind of disrupt or interrupt something in your digestive system, right? I'm not sure how this works biologically, but um, we will see this probably in the future. We'll actually take a look at the Wikipedia as well, right? But yeah, um, so that's coffee, right? So what's today I'm going to discuss, I guess, or share you a story is that I don't really get affected by coffee, right? However, tea actually is the one that makes it for me. It's basically like yeah, it got my approval basically because I'm Asian and yeah, I kind of drink tea almost every day. Although recently, when I'm recording this video, which was in about September, excuse me, I haven't actually drank any tea for the entirety of the month of September. Well, not actually true. I drank once actually, but yeah, and that's about it. The reason why is because I think I watched some other videos online that apparently tea and coffee will lower your hormone, and I don't know if that's true or not, right? And I feel like I'm at a deficit amount of that. Like I need some more boost for my hormone, right? So I don't know if it's true or not because the guy that said that doesn't appear to have like a uh healthcare background, right? He's not a doctor, he's not a nurse, he's not like your food specialist, right? Therefore I'm kind of skeptical about that. I don't know if it's true or not, right? So I just follow that. I just don't drink tea and coffee basically. um Although, well, the one what I'm feeling right now is I I feel like this is some sort of placebo as well. I don't know if this is correct or not, right? So I kind of reassured myself that um, it kind of worked. Therefore, I feel like it's working, right? Although I'm not entirely sure if it's true or not, right? Also, my voice is a little bit crackled. Um, I don't know why. I haven't actually drank any water since about at the very least 4 hours ago. Therefore, yeah, that's why I guess. Yeah, like four, right? One, two, three, four. Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 hours ago the last time I drank water, and so yeah, there's that. So basically, despite out of that context where I didn't actually drink any tea and coffee this month, really, maybe like once each, at least, for about yeah, like the past month, basically. Outside of this, like before this, I actually drink coffee almost every day, and yeah, although it's kind of not healthy because tea is bitter, right? And you don't want to drink something bitter, right? So you add some sugar in it. Now this is the problem. When you add sugar in it, then it becomes sweet, and the sugar itself is bad, right? Especially if you consume in much amount. And um, the thing that I did with the sugar is that for a big cup of tea, I put like 4 teaspoon of sugar, and that's actually a lot of sugar, right? So that's actually not healthy. I guess that's also maybe why I decided to, like follow the guy that said to not drink tea and coffee, right? I guess in one way there is also a positive effect in which I consume less sugar, right? So maybe that affects my health. Like overall, then that's great, right? But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it to be bitter. I like sweet, but then again, this is a big cup of big cup as well. So like when I said 4 teaspoon, it is actually compared to the size of the cup, it's actually quite I guess in proportion still, because the cup is actually big, and yeah, there's that. However, because I drink the whole thing anyway, therefore I still drink the whole sugar that I added, right? It's not like I drink half of the cup and then I save or reserve the half for later, right? No, I just drink it like in one sitting basically. So there's that. And I know this is not, like healthy, right? Adding too much sugar in your drink. So yeah, especially when you drink it every day. So about tea then, my favorite tea is probably black tea. Like the darkest or the more black the tea looks like. I just feel like it is the more I love about it. It's just the strong flavor of the tea. I can really taste that, right? And it's different from the green tea because I'm not sure how they process this. Like, I believe it's just that black tea actually just takes a longer time, I guess. Like, to what is it like to dry the whole thing, right? While green tea they also got dried, but like the time is actually lower or shorter than the time for the black tea, right? So yeah, there's that. I also like don't know what's the process again, right? But I believe it has something to do with oxidizing the leaves, I guess, also out of like just to remove the excess water, right? It got reduced, and the black tea one, it basically it's really dry, right? Maybe the green tea still has some water content there. um that's why probably the flavor is not as strong, right? I'm not entirely sure. Again, like the same as the coffee, I will probably have to like look up or search in Wikipedia about tea and coffee, right? So yeah, like maybe I don't know, next month probably, because next month when this video is released, it will be December, right? And I believe when I record this, it's September. I believe that next month it starts to rain every day, right? And since it's raining every day, then it will feel cool, right? It feel cold or cool, I guess, the air there. Therefore, drinking tea, like warm tea is probably like the best idea during these times, right? So I probably will be starting drinking tea again like next month. Therefore, so that I guess I can like might as well explain, right? Like drinks that are suitable for winter basically, right? So yeah, like I guess you can also drink like chocolate, hot chocolate as well, but I don't really trust chocolate here because again, like I said, it's about the sugar, right? So here, although it really said pure chocolate, but I'm still not really believe into that because sometimes it tastes a little bit sweet, and we know the sweetness came from, right? It's always from sugar. So like every time they said about like any chocolate drink here, I believe that they added some sugar in it as well, because otherwise it will be like very bitter. Like like the same thing goes with coffee, right? Like um like ground coffee, and then you pour hot water, and then you drink the hot water directly, just like the tea as well. It will be a little bit too bitter, right? So yeah, there you go. However, again, like all of these, I like is that because all of these drinks are all plant based. Like chocolate, it's from the chocolate seed, right, or the cocoa bean, basically. I don't know if it's bean or seed. I think it's bean, right? Cocoa bean, I believe. And then coffee itself, again, coffee from the coffee bean, right? And then the tea, it's from the leaves, right? Like obviously, so it's all plant based, which is really great, right? So yeah, however, again, like I think milk is still my number one priority. It's like the best drink, I would say, right? So yeah, at one time I drink a lot of milk, right? But not anymore right now because milk is expensive and I don't really have money to buy that. Maybe like in the future when I have my own money, then I will start buying milk and drinking milk more regularly, right? But yeah, also like the tea as well, right? Let's take a look at the effect, right? Because I will title this video probably tea does affect me positively, like in contrast of the coffee ones, right? Because I said that coffee doesn't affect me positively, then tea does actually um affect me positively, right? And by that I mean because every time I drink tea, I feel calm. I don't know why. Like, like my throat becomes clear, and then like the smell as well. Don't forget about that because whenever you drink any of the hot coffee, the vapor will bring all those aromatics, right? Like from the tea as well. It's actually really great smell, and somehow it makes me calm, right? So yeah, there's that. And then about flavoring as well, I genuinely only like pure like for instance black tea, right? It's just black tea and only black tea. Although there is already a lot of mixtures in tea, like I believe I also talked about this in the previous like very far away far long time ago episode, I think, like episode 40 something if I remember correctly. So that's basically like 4 months ago, right, in which I talk about how um when you can only drink one drink, what will it be, right? There I talk about milk, right? But also I talk about other stuff as well if I remember correctly. So yeah, like about the mix and match as well. Usually when you drink tea, it can be added with some kind of lemon, right? Not orange, but more like lemon, and then the jasmine flower as well. And then you can also add like honey, I believe, and then yeah, like all sorts of this additive that can be inserted into tea, right? But for me, the best flavor is always black tea because I really like the strong flavor of the tea. It's like when you drink it, oh, this is tea. This is how tea is supposed to taste. Like in my opinion, because that taste, the black tea. Um, every time you drink black tea, you will always remember that this is tea. This is what tea is supposed to be. Like, again, that's just my opinion, though. Maybe some people don't actually like the strong flavor. That's why they pick the green tea because it's not as strong, right? Maybe it's oxidized like less than the black tea, therefore, the flavor is not that strong, right? And then there's also people that likes additive, right? Like I said again, like maybe the jasmine flower, I don't know, any kind of flower that can be inserted into drink, right? And then there's also like vanilla extract as well, and then yeah, like honey and probably ginger as well. Although I don't know if that's a great combo, ginger and tea. But yeah, like maybe like what is it called again? Like spices, right? All these spices get into the tea, right? Maybe some people actually like that, but for me anyway, I really like the black tea. And yeah, like I said as well, it does actually affect me positively because every time I drink coffee, I feel the calmness. I feel like my throat becomes clear, and I also feel like I don't know, like I feel more warm basically. Like it can warm me basically. Well, this I mean the water that I use is probably hot, right? That's why it makes me warm. But it's just different feeling of warmth compared to like coffee, right? So if you drink coffee, what you expect the most is probably energy, right? But if you drink tea, what you expect the most is feeling of calmness with the warmth from the surrounding, right? Like you create your atmosphere, right, by drinking tea. So there's that. um I also believe that it's great as well, I believe, as like antioxidant or something like that for your body. So I don't know what it means by antioxidant. I believe is that it will bind the radical oxygen. I think like free radical or something like that. Like these oxygen molecules that are freely in your body, I think. Again, I'm not sure how this works, right? Again, like I said as well, we probably have to take a look at the actual info, right? Like maybe from Wikipedia about tea and coffee, but yeah, that'll be in the future. But I think that'll be it for today's discussion. Not really discussion, but more like a story, right? Or shared opinion, basically, about why I think that tea actually does affect me positively. Although there are some negative effects as well from drinking tea, like for instance, if you add sugar too much, then it in its own becomes negative, right? Because you consume lots of sugar, then you can maybe um, it can trigger your diabetes, right? um, so yeah, there's that, I guess. But overall, I feel like the kind of gives me positive vibes. um, More than coffee does, right? Because coffee basically doesn't really give me anything useful, and like not the most drink basically that gave me the most stuff. I mean, but it does give me negative effects, right? Like I said in the previous part as well, not part, but like the other episode, right? 3 days ago, basically, where I talk about coffee, right? But yeah, I think that'll be it for today's sharing, I guess. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys also enjoy tea as much as I do. Probably tonight I will drink tea, or tomorrow morning potentially. I don't know, because it's Tuesday right now, and when I'm recording this, and tomorrow will be Wednesday, and Wednesday is my laundry day. If you haven't known just yet, I also talk about that in the previous video about what is it? I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, about the coffee as well. I also talked that in that video. Um, so basically, when Wednesday I drink coffee, right? But I think like drinking tea is actually better than drinking coffee. But yeah, tomorrow we'll discuss about Wikipedia again. Spoiler,